Hey, Jake, can you hear me? Jake, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know if you're watching this, but that's going to be real interesting because if we stay green the rest of the way, those guys stopped on about lap 7. And that's going to put them about, let's see, 6 laps short. But depending on how much they save under caution. And how much are they saving right now? And I don't know if you can tell, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place have all got to race their way in. Andrew Bird is good in 5th, and then you got 6th. Daniel Hill has to race his way in.
Yeah, I was just watching that.
After watching race number 1, I'm going to call it now. Hinchcliffe is going to win the 250 unless something happens.
I'm not saying anything.
And I'll tell you this, surprisingly, who really wasn't a factor was Calvin Allison. He was up front and he went straight to the back.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, he was locked in, so I don't know. I don't know.
And I know he got caught up in an incident, but I mean, he didn't really show me anything like, crazy. And he was good during the shootout. He was real good and just got caught up on bad pit strategy.
No, I think he'll be there for the 250. I really like Jordan Beck's car.
Yeah, that's Calvin Allison's teammate too. Watch the 19. He keeps hitting the yellow line right there.
Yeah, I am watching him right there. When he hit it there in 3 and 4, I thought the 4 was going to spin him.
I'll tell you someone who can get the job done is that 57 to Kyle Frame. He's been strong on restrictor plate tracks.
And he's just riding around he's in that second group.
Yeah, he's running about 8th or so. Yeah, he's right behind Beck.
Oh, yeah, I see that. And now they're starting to close in and make it not a breakaway anymore.
Watch the 70 and the 8. Dormer, Dormer does that all the time. He always tries to make a move, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think he was just trying something out. I mean, it's the time to try it right now versus, on lap 17 versus on lap, 39 or 40 and losing all that ground.
Hold on a second. Scott sent me a message saying it should be going now. Let me take a look. Yep, there it is. Stand by. We're live there, bud.
We are live?
That is correct.
You heard us right. We are live mid-race. Lap 18 of 40 taking place here with Ed Bray still leading.
Led the whole time so far.
Yeah, he started on pole, and we had a brief caution. Had some guys come in, but for the most part, Ed Bray has been showing the way here. Pretty much all, all around.
a small caution. Rick Mitchell Jr. Kind of come down in front of the 8 car of Patrick Green and had a little bit of an issue there, but other than that, it's been pretty clean. Everybody's kind of getting in line here. I mean, we're expecting stops here probably next 4 or 5 laps.
And much like the race before, race 1, which was won by John Hinchcliffe,
got a car turning, 8 car.
Got a caution on the racetrack.
Patrick Green. Oh, hard hit. Stacey Beddard hit him. Gonna have to take a look at that one and see what happened. I saw Patrick Green turning. I was kind of watching that pack, and I saw it turn, but I didn't see why.
Yeah, looking at the replay here, Patrick Green was checking up, maybe let off the throttle a little bit. Then the 05 of Aaron Fowler got into him. 70 of Raymond Dormer spun around, getting hit by the, I believe that was the 34. No, not the 34, excuse me.
Yeah, Dormer, everybody's sort of trying to avoid it, got bottlenecked up there.
Yeah.
But then Beddard hit him hard at the end of it, though.
Yeah, Dormer spun around, getting hit in the door by the 22 of Jeremiah Smith, and then got hit by the 23. And then it was on from there.
And the EOL on that one's going to go to Aaron Fowler.
Yeah, so now I expect, if you're smart at this point, did everyone come into...
Oh, yeah, I'm fully expecting them to come on pit road.
But, you know, we saw the last race, Tim Hagebrugner and it was Adam Ross.
Yeah, they sure did.
But that really didn't help them in the long run, as all of them come in, and one car appeared to stay out.
Yeah, that's the 19 of Hunter Hines.
But other than that, everyone else has come in.
You know, speaking of race number 1, you know, looking at the results of that thing, a lot of guys are looking to, you know, keep their way in here, you know, hoping and praying for a miracle. You know, one of them being Adam Ross.
Yes.
But there are some other ones, you know. I mean, Lee Staples, Robert Dudley, Justin Epperson, Adam Ross, Nate Anderson, Brendan Skinner, and Jeremy Watkins are all kind of needing some help in here. But, you know, Tim Hawkrunner wound up making the show. He's going to start 35th next Tuesday night.
Yeah, that was a good drive out by him, but just could not stretch the fuel there at the end. As it appears, Hunter Hines, as we mentioned before, will stay out. Ed Bray will line up second.
And I can tell you that Hines did not pit during that first caution. That caution came around lap 7. Everybody came onto pit road. A few guys, well, everybody, I say that. A few guys came onto pit road, but Hines was one of those guys run up front. He did not come in. And so, you know, we're kind of looking to see which guys are going to stay out. And is he going to try some strategy up here? I really don't know. But, I mean, he's got to be close.
Yeah, as it's noted, they can only, for whoever's joining us who didn't make it for the first race, these cars are running a smaller fuel cell this season. It was reduced by 35%. They only make 20 to 25 laps on a fuel run. So you would have to believe Hunter Hines being 21, 22 laps into this run, but with a few caution laps, probably go a few laps further, but no way he can make it the whole 40.
I see Justin Levine dropping down to the apron right there. Maybe trying to save a little bit. But the guys who just came in, they should be good to go. The guys who just came in just now, they ought to be all right.
Yeah, they should be to go, and maybe it'll be borderline depending on how hard they run.
Yeah, those guys who came in on lap 7, we're looking for them to pit with about 7-8 to go, unless they just pitted again. So, I mean, I'm thinking basically everyone with the exception of Hunter Hines should be good to go the rest of the way. But maybe he's banking on another caution.
Now, so only thing that would probably keep him out, but we saw the big one happen late in the first race. Do you think we'll see it in this race, Tommy?
Well, I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah,
it's hard to say. I mean, the last race for the most part was fairly clean. It just got hectic there at the end. Guys making moves that out of desperation, and it's hard to say. I'm hoping it stays green the rest of the way, but it's very difficult to say at this point.
Yeah, and to add on to that, last race they were pretty much 2x2 for the good portion of the opening run, first half of the race.
Yeah, this has not been like that.
Race. These drivers have been patient, biding their time, and wait until 5, 6, 7 to go before they make their moves.
Yeah, this has just been real different. I mean, these guys have gotten in line fairly quick, and they've had a couple of cautions, obviously, but nothing was made out of desperation. No cautions made out of desperation. That it was the first caution. Rick Mitchell Jr. tried to come down in front of the 8 to get a little bit of a run, and the 8 was already there. And then in this case right here, a little contact between the 05 and the 8 again, and it's sort of one of those deals at a restrictor plate track.
Lights on top of the pace car. Coming off turns 3 and 4. Going to get the green flag with 16 laps to go as pace car down. Hunter Hines and Ed Bray. Green flag is out.
Lap 41 is right on the back end of that 19, pushing him. We've seen this all night long, guys trying to do that, trying to get out in front and getting them a good run. Little separation on the outside. Looks like Jordan Beck didn't quite get the run he wanted. Or maybe he did. Didn't want to get up there and mess himself up.
You see pretty much 4-car dipping down to the inside, as well as the 9-car Daniel Hill leaving the 66 of Ed Bray.
And this is what we've seen. That outside line, you got to have a lot of help up there to make anything happen. And a little bit different scenario than right now versus earlier. Right now we are completely dark. It is a nighttime race versus a late afternoon race. The sun's gone down. The track temperature is a little bit different. The wind is a little bit different. So maybe that inside line is I thought the 19 was about to cut the 41's nose off right there. He's kind of diamond cutting the corner in a way, but he's really arcing it out.
Yeah, and maybe he's see the 48, maybe try to see what the 4 will do, so you make something happen to get around that 19, because you don't want to be right behind someone that's low on fuel. That could be a big mess. So
we're talking about a connection issue. Everybody sort of said everybody just blinked out. It's kind of unusual, but everybody seems to be okay now.
Yeah, that was probably one of iRacing's weird glitches, as the 41 gets, I don't know if he was forced out to the outside or what, but now
It's going to cost him, though.
That's the 41 of Hunter Johnston, another newcomer. And look at who is in second.
Oh, yeah. It's the champ.
Last year's defending champion, Angel Bird, who had a hell of a battle with Calvin Allison. And he's found his way up. No, he's started up front. He's been maintaining up front within striking distance. And a new number. And a new number, might I add.
Oh, yeah, and it's weird. I told him that earlier. It's hard to get a grasp on some of these guys, but he's pushing the 19 of Hunter Hines pretty hard right there. And we're getting word now the 19 of Hunter Hines is going to come in next time by. I think he's going to try to come in a little early. Sounds like he's going to kind of come in on the back straightaway. He's going to drop below the yellow line. And, yep, there he goes. Gives Andrew Bird the lead. And now only thing Hunter Hines can hope for is a caution, because he is not locked into the Daytona 250. Got about a 5-car breakaway up front, and Brandon Puffenbarger trying to lead the way on the bottom, getting help from Eric Spencer, and then Kyle Frame. And that second group is starting to catch that first one. One big pack of cars right here on the bottom. This kind of makes me a little nervous because that 57, I'm looking at him. He's kind of moving just a smidge.
So if you're the 41, 49, as I mentioned, I was going to ask when you make your move, you see people right there, the 42, he's going to attempt to drag some cars to the outside.
Yeah, 9 to go. It's time. I mean, he's see what happens.
Only a 4-car tandem there, not going to be enough to.
Yeah, but the good thing is they can get back down to the bottom, and these guys right here are teammates too. But like you were saying, that 41, I'm thinking about 3 to go. I'm going to start looking around. That's if we make it that far. Or do you just stay where you're at and ride it out because you know you're going to start, on the top in the race? So it's kind of a catch-22. Do you go for the win, or do you experiment a little bit before next Tuesday, or just stay where you're at? Got 8 to go right here. That 9 car looks like he's wanting to go do something.
So if the 41, the 4, and the 9, and the 66 all can agree to go, they can go around that. The 41 is
that second group starting to close in again.
no 40. 41's all over Indy Bird's bumper, maybe trying to fake him out or something and fake him to go high, and he can go low under him.
Yeah, but you got to see who you're talking about. You know, Bird didn't win a whole lot of races last year because he got faked out. That boy is sharp as a tack, I'm telling you. Getting a little aggressive up front. Oh, got a card.
Couldn't quite tell who that was.
That was Eric Spencer in the 75, and we stay green. No caution. Heck of a save by Spencer.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't see what happened, though. I didn't know if he got moved, maybe a draft going wrong, or not sure what happened. Yeah, it looked like the 57 of Kyle Frame was pushing him and maybe hit him a little bit and a little bit too far, and took him on a little ride.
You guys are going to come around. We're going to get 5 laps to go here. So at this point, if a caution comes out, the race will be. There's 4 goes around. The 4 car is around. Will a caution come out? Yes,
caution
the
is
caution
out.
will come out.
And that one is thrown by
I
iRacing.
believe that will end the race.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it was not real sure what happened just there.
I swear, as I was talking to Tommy before these broadcasts, and last year there was this thing called the Jake Little curse. I would talk about something or a driver, then that thing would happen or the driver would wreck. And I was talking about a caution not happening, and sure enough, there's a caution on the race.
Yeah, but you got to go back and review it and see what happened, because I'm not totally convinced what happened here.
As Indy Bird, he's going to pick up the pace car on the back straightaway. And appears he'll come home our race 2 winner.
Oh, watching the replay, looks like the 9 hooked him.
And the EOL will go to the number 9 of Daniel Hill. And I believe
number 9, Daniel Hill.
He was one of the ones that races to win. And if I'm not mistaken, he will not race in the Daytona 250 next week.
Doesn't look like it, no. But like I said, I've got to double check the math. Yeah, that's it.
So I was over here in the Tommy. I was over here in the radio transmissions, and it sounds like Daniel Hill will not make it to Daytona next week.
I'm sorry, which driver? Oh, Dave, yeah. That's why I'm kind of doing the math on right quick, sort of seeing, because they did not get the one to go single in that time, so that should end it. I'm kind of looking right here to see who's in and who's out. If you'll give me just a moment. May take me a second, but I can get it.
Yep, as Tommy's figuring out the final results in the lineup for next week and who's in and who's out. The final results here with you guys here. I mentioned Angel Bird will take home the win. Hunter Johnson comes home second. Ed Bray third. Brandon Puffenbar fourth. And you got Kyle Fram sitting in fifth. Or going to finish fifth. We got sixth place. We got Corey Bono. Sixth. Seventh, William Edwards. Eighth, Jeremiah Smith. Zachary Hale, ninth. Hunter Kent, 10th. Ryan Hescott, 11th. Aaron Fowler, 12th. Thomas Harmon, 13th. Patrick Green, 14th. Jordan Beck, 15th. David Clark, Eric Spencer, Justin Levine, Raymond Dermar, Daniel Hill rounds out the top 20. 21st, we have Hunter Hines, 22nd.
Well, I've got the math figured out. And it looks to be right now that Daniel Hill will make the Daytona 250, but will start P40 next Tuesday night.
Just where that Tommy Reid, he is calculating up the final results, as I said before, as you have Andrew Bird literally pushing the pace car in 3 and 4, wanting to get to this.
Scott, would you like to know who's in the show and who's out?
And coming off turn 4, you can see it now.
Yeah, Andrew Bird playing with the pace car picks up the win. Obviously, that's going to put him in third starting spot for next Tuesday night.
Oh, pretty much.
And Jake, taking a look here, Ed Bray's going to start in second. Andrew Bird wins tonight. He's going to start fourth. Hunter Johnson will start sixth. Brandon Puffenberger will start eighth. Cal Frame will start 10th. Corey Bodernot will start 12th. William Edwards 14th. Jeremiah Smith 16th. Zachary Hale 18th. Hunter Kent 20th. Ryan Hesgard 22nd. Aaron Fowler 24th. Thomas Harbin 26th. Patrick Green 28th. Jordan Beck 30th. David Clark 32nd, Eric Spencer 34th, Justin Levine 36th, Raymond Dormer 38th, and Daniel Hill will start 40th next Tuesday night. As we get ready to close out of here for Daytona, want to give a congratulations again to Andrew Bird, and we will see you guys 9:20 prime time next Tuesday night for the Daytona 250. Congratulations again to John Hinchcliffe and Andrew Bird, and we'll see you folks next Tuesday night.